All right, welcome back to the KnivesFAST channel, guys. Another review for you, and this one also comes from my buddy Kevin, Lefty EDC, but this actually is going to be more of an overview because I've reviewed the, whatever you call it, KC, the Vosteed Nightshade LT, which was the G10 one that had the flipper Vosteed sent to me, but this one is the hole opening one, and we're going to talk about it. But first, say hello to our friends Ren and Stimpy and Powder Toast Man and Loggin TV and Choo Choo, and let's get started here on the KnivesFAST channel, guys. If you're not subscribed, check it out, please, and stick around and join us for a live stream on Monday nights at 7:45. But anyway, on to the knife. This is the Vosteed Nightshade, and what's different about this one is it has this hole for deployment. So we're just going to go, pretty close to right there. I'm going to start by telling you guys I will have a link down in the description from Vosteed. This is the Vosteed Nightshade TH version, and it's a Shylin cutter. And I will tell you, this is the black micarta. I'm going to make sure that's micarta. It looks like micarta, but it doesn't actually. Yes, it's micarta. Okay, there we go. So with a satin blade, but there's also a black micarta with a PVD stonewash blade. There's a green. Are all these in stock? Yes, they are. Green micarta with a PVD stonewash blade. There is a gray, what looks like G10 version with a stonewash blade, a white G10 with a stonewash blade, a orange G10 with a satin blade, and a purple G10 with a satin blade, and all of those are $72 on Vosteed's website. Now, I'm trying to remember if there's a discount for these right now. If there is, I will put it down in the description. Our buddy Tim B, I'll ask him. He will know if there's a discount, but there is a link, and the link does help the channel if you follow that. But a really cool knife. You guys know I loved the LT version, and that was a flipper. I much prefer this version with the hole. And again, this is satin, and it is gorgeous. Now, a lot of you have commented on some of my videos. I just can't get with that blade, don't like the blade. So normally I'm not a huge fan of these kinds of things either. But now that I've had them, looks wise. But now that I've had it in hand, I can tell you, let's get this out. I can tell you, number one, this thing is a cutter. And it doesn't matter where you are on that blade. You would think the belly would cause issues. It really doesn't. It just cuts. It does have kind of a nice tip there that you can get down in and cut, like if you're getting into a zip tie or a tie wrap, you can get down in there and get it. It's definitely a capable. Now I gotta wipe the blade, guys. Sorry about that. It's definitely a capable cutter. Really nicely done by Vosteed. Now this one is in 154. I believe they all are. And you have this pill-shaped or really bean-shaped hole here. The hole is chamfered nicely. This is, we're going to focus on the hole. You do have a full flat grind, which makes this leaf-shaped blade fantastic. And again, I told you guys, you get a good 4-finger grip. Have a nice place to land your thumb. Now, the jimping only comes to right there, so if you're out a little bit, you're on a flat spot or really a little chamfered and rounded, but it feels good. Nowhere to choke up, but you do have a full 4-finger blade. Pocket clip does stick up a little bit, but again, I don't really count that. Everybody has a different hand and a different opinion. I don't count that as a hot spot at all for me. Do I feel the clip? Yep, I feel it right there is where I feel the clip. Now, you can see a little mark right there, and I've seen, there's been a little discussion about that lately, but, I don't know if that's just a good padded part of my hand. I don't feel that. I don't feel that at all. What I'm feeling is this back here. I'm feeling it right there. So again, your hand may vary, and guys, always watch several reviews because different reviewers have different hands and they're going to tell you different stuff, and I think that's awesome. That's what makes the world go round. You can see it, middle finger flicks easily. easily, and it doesn't really matter where I'm at in the hole. I'm choking up. Let's see. Get up here. Well, maybe it does matter. Well, it appears for me the best place to be is in the back of that hole. Let's see. There you go. All right. So now thumb flicking, this thing is great because, again, the shape of that hole, you just sort of fit your thumb in there and flick out. It works really well for thumb flicking. To me, it's much better. That's why the focus is, because I forgot to move my light back. But you can see really great texture on this micarta. The one I had before was G10. Really nicely done. I love their pivot. I like that they did something with it rather than just having a plain looking pivot. I like the accent there. You do have a lanyard hole, nice blow through construction with a couple of standoffs here. I like this knife a lot. And again, action is incredibly good. And cutting, because of the thin stock, and you can see that crown spine there. Isn't that great? It's not, I wouldn't really, I said crowned. It's more, it's just chamfered, but it does have a crowned look to it. Really nicely done. The action is great, as you can see. It is centered. Lockup is like 50. No side to side, no up and down, no lock stick. You do have decent, come on, you do have decent access to the lock bar there. You have the serrations, not my favorite thing, but it doesn't really hurt or feel weird to me on this one, because what I'm typically doing is kind of coming in like I'm sliding across to close that one. Does that make sense? And so it works well. It's not a big deal. It's not a hot spot. I just don't typically like kind of that scallopy thing, because it can be like a saw to your finger. If it's anyway, my opinion, but everybody's got a different one. So let's do our comparisons, guys. If you notice, I'm kind of going with this slanted board thing here. We'll see if this works. And sometimes it's not going to work because the knife's not going to want to stay put, but we'll see. All right, just so you can see it better. So there is your Ontario Rat 1, which is significantly longer, handle and blade, and the Rat 2, which is about the same length, but again, you got more because it goes like this. Let's hit the specs real quick, and then we'll be done with this one. And again, thanks to my buddy Lefty for sending this one for me to check out. I think Vosteed sent it to him, and again, I will have a link to this one down below, and you can well, I can't show the laptop, but you can just click on the different options and look at all the different options. All right, so let's get to the specs, which are of course way down the page. Here we go. 7.48 inches overall, so 7.5. 3.26 inch blade, so over 3 inches for those of you that is a problem. The thickness of the blade is 0.118 of an inch, so 3 millimeters. 154 cm. The Rockwell hardness is HRC 60 plus or minus 2. Seems to be fine to me. Again, it's a fusion kukri / Shylin cutter is what they call it, which I think is awesome that they went to all that trouble. And again, Shylin cutter is a Japanese really cool knife. 3.19 ounces is the weight, and the handle length, is 4.22 inches. So really cool knife, guys. I really dig it. I just, by the way, not a lot of texture on that handle, but it definitely is gripping my hand. It is grippy and feels good. So there you go. That is the Vosteed Nightshade. Hope you enjoyed this. And guys, let me know what you think. Is this one you're interested in? To me, the hole makes the big difference for this. So let me know in a comment. Give me a thumbs up. And thanks for watching the Knives Fast channel.